Globalization is a process in which businesses begin working on a global scale. This has led to greater collaboration between nations and produced improved communicative technologies. One big impact of globalization is its carbon emission. This is mostly due to supply chain management, where multiple tiers of suppliers are providing goods and services for one product. This involves a lot of heavy transportation and extraction of raw goods that leads to large amounts of carbon emissions. Moreover, these countries are becoming polluted due to these manufacturing plants and causing health concerns for future generations. In localization, products are produced within the country and sold solely to the citizens within the nation. Localization can be more environmentally friendly as well with less carbon emissions due to the lack of necessity for complex supply chains. Localization has also led to food sovereignty. Food sovereignty promotes the trade policies and practices that serve the interests of local communities in terms of ensuring the supply of safe, healthy foods produced in an ecologically sustainable fashion, and returns of agricultural land. Surges of movements have started to combat the market of greenwashed organic foods. The locavore movement was started in 2005 in the California Bay Area. The movement has since become a term that defines individuals who only eat locally grown produce. Since 2005, the presence of farmers markets have grown as seen by the heat score map. Moreover, this diagram shows that there are greater returns to the local economy if spent within community businesses. Founded in 1993, La Via Campesina is an international peasant movement that led the global campaign for agrarian reform. The movement focuses on bringing equitable access and control of farming lands to peasant families and supporting sustainable agriculture. The movement brings together individuals across Europe, Latin America, Asia, North America, and Africa. Tension between globalization, localization, and sustainability. Economically, localization supports the local economy, but due to scale, local markets will have difficulty competing against one another in such a small market. Conversely, globalization doesn't ensure sustainable economic growth. The inequality in wage and cheap exports make it difficult for other underdeveloped countries to develop in a similar way due to their lack in resources and technology. Globalization still has major impacts on the environment. A 2011 study conducted by the Center for Global Development found that 63% of developing countries are responsible for current carbon emissions. Manufacturing in these developing countries is also incredibly invasive to natural lands that are inhabited by other living species. Globalization is taking advantage of human well-being by using cheap labor markets abroad to cut costs and increase profits. This is an issue with environmental justice. These international laborers lack fair wages and benefits and thus forced into a ceiling of achievement. There's also a decrease in quality of life for these developing communities where carbon emissions increase pollution and decrease health. In the age of big data, there's a lot we can do with IT to decrease these tensions in the local and global markets. One solution is computational agroecology. Computational agroecology employs the use of IT to improve efficiency and sustainability in agriculture. IT can identify areas of inefficiency and reduce excess use of natural resources, but also collect information on optimal methods of agriculture. Another solution is green supply chain management. This includes thermosensor devices to measure carbon emissions at all processes of supply chain. Companies like Hyundai Motor Company have already integrated carbon footprint management systems into their supply chain process to help with traceability. The future of the tension between globalization and localization may lead to relocalization. There are barriers to innovation and limited resources, so at some point society will reach the optimal point on the Tatus curve. Current information technology is already improving productivity, and we can already see technology taking over more and more jobs. Relocalization promotes thinking globally but acting locally. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.